I just think it's funny how anytime I do a brake change and I don't, you know, take the rotors off and replace them, it's considered a pad slap. And the person that would think that you got to change your rotors every time you change your brakes is probably the same person that told one of my customers their Chevy Cavalier didn't have any spark plugs. Realistically, what sense would that make? $40, $50 on some brakes and then $120 on some rotors. Turn a $300 brake job into like a $1,000 brake job. All right, so 1,000 might be a little extreme, but it damn sure will be over at least 600. But I'm sorry to say that, you know, even though you go to a dealership for a brake change, they're not going to do anything for free. Brake change is a brake change. It's not a rotor swap or resurfacing or anything like that. But there's no way that I'm knocking on any type of dealership mechanic or anything like that, by no means, because those are some well-educated people, and to even work at a dealership you got to have some knowledge. So I guess, you know, if you want to get to brass tactics, a pad slap would just me taking these off and slapping some new pads on without cleaning or greasing anything up, which I have never done in my entire life. But never would you have to replace the rotor every time you change the brakes. That's just obnoxious. Really silly. Like this person, for instance. So I'm not even changing their rotor because I'm doing their brakes. I'm changing their rotor because it's bent. Guys, this is a 2019 Ford Explorer that I'm putting this on. So this rotor was the cheapest I could find it online for a freaking 107 times 4. No, but seriously, I hope nobody's going out there telling people every time they get their brakes changed that they need a freaking new rotor, because that's just crazy. I've worked at both. I've worked at a dealership and I've worked at a shop, and you want to know the main difference that I've seen? Brake clean. There's way more brake clean at a freaking dealership. No, but seriously, guys, instead of saying, instead of commenting, I'm sorry, nice pad slap or something like that, what you can do is put it down on a piece of paper instead, okay? Write it down and then ponder on it just a little bit. I'll give it like 10-15 minutes. Go to your bedroom, whatever room you have privacy in, okay? And then you can just like pull down your pants, right? Spread open your cheeks, okay? And then take that same piece of paper that you wrote down that rude comment on, and then just, you can stick it right up. And then the next day, you know, if you still feel the same way, feel free to just do it again.